Hello guys, this is Alexi with Rock and Roll Tennis Camps, and today we have more axioms for you. Again, axiom is a statement that does not require proof, or if you will, you can call it golden rules. But in the previous video we talked about more general, those are going to be true for anybody playing tennis. Like those are unbreakable, generally speaking. But today we're going to take these axioms only pertaining to correct way of playing tennis, or more advanced. So the more advanced you go, or if you just it's your goal to somewhere down the road to become a pretty good tennis player, these rules are going to be also unbreakable. So let's dive right in. I have quite a few. I'll go quickly through, and maybe down the road I'll make more videos explaining maybe some of them in more detail. All right, let's start. So these are all pertaining to baseline still. So we're not talking about volleys or serves, just strictly forehands and backhands. All right, without further ado, number one, forehand will have to have this index finger spaced out. Okay, that is absolutely mandatory for proper way of playing. Okay, at no time should you ever hit forehands with your fist instead. So my form is quite decent, but if I just switch this from my regular grip to this, I cannot hit the ball. So it's absolutely critical, and therefore for high level tennis cannot be broken. All right, that's the first one. Second one, your follow through for all ground strokes need to be about 12 to 18 inches. So the shorter you make that follow through, the more volatility the ball will have. So for you to absolutely control it, and obviously to play at a good level, you need to maneuver the ball based on position of your opponent. So you have to know how to hit ball whatever your mind is decided to, right? So to do that follow through needs to be, again, 12 to 18 inches. So again, non-negotiable. Okay, next one. This one is a very commonly overlooked. So you have to obviously watch the ball as you making a contact for your shot, but as soon as the ball starts flying, you're not gonna watch just the ball. You have to watch the opponent even more so than the ball. So ball flies into a frame of the opponent hitting, but even before the opponent is hitting the ball, they're already telling you by their body language where they're gonna hit, number one, but also you're assessing where they're standing. So you're assessing their positioning, therefore you're already calculating what is the best response for you gonna be. All right, so if they are really far out of the court, you obviously already know it's wide open. You'll hit into the open side. So stuff like that. So both of those are going to be mandatory, and they stem from you being aware. Most people never watch the opponent, so the opponent hits a slice and you're just watching the ball instead, and ball bounces. You have no idea what kind of spin it has because you weren't watching the opponent doing the cut. So that's very very important. So you'll not get to any good level of tennis without knowing how to watch the opponent. Okay, next one. Every time, it kind of goes with the previous point, every time opponent hits the ball, you'll have to do a split step. Every single time opponent hits the ball, you do a split step. Okay, so again, that goes with you watching the opponent closely. If you're not watching them, you don't know when they're hitting, therefore you're not going to do a split step at the right time. Everything goes out the window. Next one, to hit a correct ball, you need to be in proper balance. You need to be in proper balance, which is your weight is distributed between the feet very evenly. So if it's open stance, it's evenly between, so not on one foot and not on the other foot. Same in the back end. So basically it's like the way I describe it, it's like building a house. You have a foundation for your house, and that's your footwork. So if you're just standing on one foot, it's not gonna be possible for you to hit a really solid swing. All right, so next one, running forehands and high forehands. Both of those you do not want to do with closed stance. Okay, newsflash, we're not in 1955, and this is no longer applicable in today's game. So basically, anytime it goes to your right, let alone you're on a full sprint, you gotta put your right foot outside. Same goes for high balls. So high balls are gonna be open stance that gives you some energy from the ground up, but also ability to adjust if you happen to make a footwork mistake. Okay, next one, backhand. You wanna always put your right foot first. If you're righty, so opposite foot for backhands. Anytime you have a choice, you should do it. Absolutely critical. So I'm not a big fan of Serena's old open stance backhand on some easy shots. So right now, if you just pay attention, pros, especially on the men's side, but the same as on the WTA, go through great lengths just so they can put that opposite foot. There's a number of advantages go with it, but definitely anytime you have enough time for you to set up, always prefer your opposite foot to go first. Okay, next one for baseline arm independence. It's one of my favorite concepts, and the ones I consider one of the most important for all baseline shots. So that just simply means you're accelerating primarily with the arm. Yes, everything will help the arm to do its job, but if you absolutely have to, you can generate pretty significant power just with your arm. So that is absolutely critical for power generation, but also for adjustment. So that arm is much more flexible than everything else. So we cannot swing just with the legs. Good luck trying that, or with the body. That is going to be slow and horribly inaccurate. So definitely gotta train. That arm is again, it's like a big chunk of your power creation, and everything else just kind of goes around it and makes it a little bit better. Legs included, coiling, all that just adds to it. It doesn't, without the arm, you can coil and use your legs all you want, you have no shot. And the last couple, forehand beginnings are gonna be starting high. So that's mandatory, only high starts. So you have loop, you have power, you have fluidity, and you have the ability to adjust more or less under the ball. So you have a much better responsiveness to change in height. So, and the last one, all contact points on the ground strokes need to be in front, so that you capture the racket energy at its peak, where the racket accelerated to its full potential, and all that energy just goes into the ball. So those are your advanced player / aspiring to be advanced player somewhere down the road axioms. Let me know if you have any questions. If you want me to make a video responding to your particular questions, please comment below. And also keep in mind the sign-ups are right now open for Miami Open and BNP in Indian Wells, where we play 2 hours in the morning and we watch the pros in the afternoon. All packages includes tennis, playing tennis and watching tennis. So we do it between 3 and 4 days in a row, sprinkled with some social events. And it's all obviously a lot of tennis, but it's also music, because those are my two passions. music and tennis. So we combine them in one package. All right, guys, hope this makes sense. Please let me know if you have any questions. But with that being said, go rock the courts.